Problems. They are an inevitable part of the human experience. They come in all shapes and sizes, from the seemingly trivial to the earth-shattering. Some demand that we tap into the depths of our intellectual capabilities, while others simply burden us with stress. Yet, regardless of their magnitude, they prompt us to contemplate and deliberate. When life presents us with its multifaceted array of problems, we find ourselves immersed in thoughts. We delve into the recesses of our minds, seeking solutions, weighing options, and pondering what course of action would be most advantageous for ourselves and those around us. The initial encounter with the relentless grip of overthinking left an indelible mark on my psyche when I reached the momentous milestone of college graduation. For many, this juncture in life manifests as a quarter-life crisis, and it often resurfaces at various points in our journey. It is during these pivotal moments that we find ourselves standing at the crossroads, faced with the daunting task of deciding the trajectory of our lives and the careers we shall pursue. We yearn to leave an enduring impact on society, while simultaneously striving for personal fulfillment and well-being. So we succumb to a peculiar human inclination: rumination. This peculiar phenomenon begins to wrap its tentacles around these thoughts, entangling us in a ceaseless cycle of overanalysis. Sleepless nights become routine companions, haunting us with a torrent of questions and doubts. Confusion becomes the norm, shrouding our clarity of purpose in a dense fog. Indecisiveness assumes an unwelcome familiarity, while uncertainty, paradoxically, becomes our only certainty. Now, if you have that overthinking mind, just like I had for over 30 years, don't think that you're failing. Don't think that you shouldn't have it. Instead, realize that you are not your mind. I know this may sound strange, because apparently your thoughts are coming from your head. They are known only to you. They speak in your voice. So, how could they not be who you are? Reality is thoughts are coming from your mind, just like the sensations of the body. Yet when we attempt to locate the mind itself, we discover its elusive nature. The mind cannot be physically pinpointed like the brain, and thoughts, in their essence, elude our senses. These ethereal creations do not manifest in the three-dimensional physical realm we inhabit. Rather, they emerge seemingly out of nowhere. Instead of solely focusing on the content of our thoughts, we can shift our attention to the space from which they arise. It is in this shift of perspective that we cultivate a genuine curiosity about the origin of thoughts. We now become aware that there is the mind doing its thing, and here am I, watching. Thoughts are like clouds passing across the sky. They appear by themselves, apparently out of nowhere, linger in your awareness for a moment or two, and then disappear again. You have no idea what the next thought will be. You could say they are impersonal, in that you play no part in their appearance and disappearance. The mind has a mind of its own. Just as clouds of all shapes and sizes float across the unchanging sky, all kinds of thoughts come and go against the backdrop of your unchanging awareness. Happy thoughts appear, sad thoughts appear, but awareness itself doesn't change. Thoughts are many. Awareness is one. It has no beginning or end. It has no preferences and remains unaffected by whatever thoughts pass through. Overthinking is not inherently problematic. It is the identification with our thoughts that often leads to unnecessary suffering and inner turmoil. The realization that we are not our thoughts marks a significant milestone on the spiritual path, a moment of profound transformation. When we become aware that we are separate from the constant stream of thoughts flowing through our minds, a newfound sense of liberation emerges. We no longer have to carry the weight of every thought that arises, nor do we need to be enslaved by the ceaseless chatter of the mind. We understand that thoughts are transient phenomena. This realization brings with it an immense sense of relief. We can observe thoughts without attachment, without being swept away by their content or succumbing to their persuasive nature. As we disidentify from our thoughts, we discover a newfound spaciousness within. We realize that we are the awareness that witnesses the thoughts, rather than being entangled in their web. This awareness, this pure consciousness, is unblemished by the fleeting nature of thoughts. It is the canvas upon which thoughts paint their stories, but it remains untouched, unaltered by their transient presence. This shift in perspective allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and equanimity. We become less reactive to the constant fluctuations of the mind and more attuned to the stillness within. We can choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let go, without getting entangled in their dramas and stories. We reclaim our power and embrace the freedom to consciously direct our attention and energy. There is a common question that arises on the spiritual path. How do I stop my thoughts? How can I stop overthinking? It is natural to desire a state of mental stillness and silence, free from the incessant stream of thoughts that can sometimes overwhelm us. However, paradoxically, the more we resist and fight against our thoughts, the more power and energy we inadvertently give them. Thoughts thrive on our attention and energy. When we engage in a constant battle with them, trying to forcefully suppress or control them, we inadvertently amplify their presence. It's like pouring fuel on a fire that we're desperately trying to extinguish. The more attention and resistance we give to our thoughts, the more they persist and multiply. The key lies in shifting our approach from resistance to acceptance, from control to observation. Instead of trying to forcefully stop our thoughts out of judgment or attachment, allowing them to arise and dissolve in the spaciousness of our awareness.
I invite you to embark on a journey of self-discovery through this guided meditation, a cherished practice that offers a profound perspective on our relationship with thoughts. Find a comfortable position, allowing your body to settle into a state of ease and relaxation. Whether sitting or lying down, choose what feels most supportive for your practice. Take a few gentle, deep breaths. Breath in, breath out. Allow each exhale to carry with it a sense of release, a conscious letting go of any tension or mental clutter. Feel the weight of the world lift from your shoulders as you surrender to the present moment. Now, as you enter this sacred space of stillness, temporarily set aside all thoughts of who you believe yourself to be. Let go of any labels, roles, or identities that define you. Release the limitations of gender, age, social status, and material possessions. Release all concepts, beliefs, and knowledge you have acquired about the world. Set aside the notions of good and bad, right and wrong, true and false. Let go of the judgments you have placed upon yourself and others. Allow these mental constructs to dissolve into the vastness of the present moment. In this moment, you are an embodiment of pure awareness, transcending the confines of a personal identity. In this state of pure presence, ask yourself, who are you without the layers of concepts, beliefs, and memories? Can you feel the essence of your being shining forth? Observe the radiant awareness that lies at the core of your existence. Rest in the stillness, allowing the expansive nature of your true self to permeate your entire being. Notice the sensations that arise within you. Can you feel the peace that emanates from the depths of your being? Allow this peace to envelop you like a gentle embrace from the universe itself. Experience the emptiness, the spaciousness within, where there is no constriction, no limitation. It is here that you connect with the boundless expanse of consciousness. As you bask in this state of presence and tranquility, explore the qualities of your experience. What words would you use to describe this state of being? Is there anything you have put aside that, if you were to take it back, would enhance your experience of this moment?